Okay, so market closed. Now the dollar doesn't look so great, which is fine. I don't mind if it goes up. I don't mind if it goes down. As long as the metals go up. In fact, I prefer it to go up because then imagine how much better we do if it goes down. Point is, dollar has totally broken down, right? We just completely forget 100. That was a while ago. Then we crashed down 98, and now we're just flushing. This is like you turn this chart upside down, it's extremely bullish. That's all you need to know. For me, and I don't want to spend too long on currencies, but Euro US dollar probably wants to get to around 120 or just before, especially after the recent candle today that made up for yesterday's sort of not failure, but halfway through today, let's say Wednesday, kind of looked bad at the low of day, but that's pretty bullish. So I think the euro can keep going up. I think the dollar can keep going down, but again, don't care too much. Let's check out gold, silver, and you know what? Some of the other ones, you know what? Instead of going straight to gold and silver, look at platinum. Look at that crazy, nice, strong. I don't have too many platinum stocks. I mean, I have SBSW, which I consider under my gold stocks when I cover the stocks, which I'll probably do again today. But look at this. This is like vertical up. That little retrace back to the recent high, it just held that and we're back up. This is multi-metal, just what is it? Four precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. Platinum looks great though. You zoom out, look at that. It just broke out of this and just went vertical. Ignored all the little other resistance points, generally speaking. And 1500 seems like the next place. It should fail around there, come back down, but it doesn't really come down much. But I think today was up 6% or something. Obviously, now we're past midnight in Europe, so it's reset. But they were up huge. Palladium has hardly moved. For me, that's the more bullish one because that should just keep going, squeeze through here and go straight to 1600. And then they're worth almost the same thing again. But they look good. Anyway, gold and silver. So, gold came all the way down here. This is supposed to be strong support. That's exactly what happened. Now, we came down a bit. So, what needed to happen was another breakout. I didn't do a video on Tuesday. I'm not doing videos every day anymore. But look at that. It just broke out of it, but closed on it. So, almost convincing. But today, very convincing. Closed the high of day, closed pretty much at or above yesterday's high. Totally broken out of this. Obviously, we've got news every day tomorrow. Or what is it, ISM or something. There's, big news every day. But if we can have a positive reaction tomorrow, especially by the close, when you can trust the move a bit more, then, and imagine a close above 3,400. It's a nice number. It's also the high we put in here, 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 here. Basically, do the best close aside for this candle and this one, right? So it's pretty important stuff. And this one over here, obviously. I think you close above 3,400 tomorrow. That's it. You're basically going to new highs because that means you're going to keep going up and you don't go here without breaking it because that's like a triple breakout, even quadruple, but more triple. And they rarely hold in terms of resistance. So then you could break out of here. Well, you don't just going to do that to go here. You could touch this, go back down, and then break out, right? So you could sort of boom, break out that. You could do that. Obviously, it's not really going to be like that, but so tomorrow's gonna be pretty important, but it looks pretty good. The trend is your friend. The trend is up, up, up. So bias to the bulls. Silver is also possibly looking better, right? There's not much resistance. Do we have something here? Yeah, you got. Well, that's terrible, but you know what I mean. You got just close above this little high here, and next up is here. I think it's gonna do it. I think it's gonna do it. And I think the silver stocks are showing that too. Let's check out the stocks. So the metals look good, especially silver. I like that, right? Extra bullish. GDX, actually, this is wrong. That's been negated from, that looks good. Okay, tomorrow, if we move up, it's always if we move up, but I think we will. Then on a close above Tuesday's high day would be nice, but we could probably gonna do more than that because it's a big day. 54 looks important. Honestly, one and a half, two candles, you're at new highs. So this week was Thursday, Friday. You could be at this week sort of confirming the move for next week. So GDX looks good. Let's check out SIL. Looks even better, right? So that's a good candle close high of day, better than all these red candles, pretty much. I mean, you've got probably better closes for one or two of them, but this one's pure green, you don't have a close below the open. Point is tomorrow, good day, bam, you're closing above 49.3-ish, And you know what? It doesn't take that much to close at the old 52-week high. Look at that, 2% on a big day, macro Fed or whatever. Is it NFP tomorrow? No, whatever. There's some news, right? If you have a nice reaction, you're going to test 50 in silver miners with silver going up. I mean, look at that. SIL at 50, a close above 50. That is doable, right? How much was that? 2%, 2.5%. That is completely appropriate for me. So, and imagine if we fail on Thursday and we have follow through on Friday, it happens. You've got SIL going into the weekend, closing above 50. Then all the podcasters come out and say they're bullish. SILJ, also nice. Also nice candle. Like down here, we touched the gap fill. Remember, they all did their gap fill? That looks pretty now, right? And they're all on their long-term ascending support. Now it looks more obvious. It didn't at the time, even to me, especially on the first time, like the first day where we really went down. But now it looks good. Gap fill done, like double bottom, V shape sort of. If you just close above here, 1520, look at that. How many candles failed recently? And obviously 1520, if it's an up day, is easy to do, right? That's like 0.5%, okay, not even 1% on SIL-J, which is bullish, and so silver compared to gold. 3.5% is doable on a good day, especially on Thursday and Friday if it's up, up. So for me, SIL-J also looks like we could close if both days are bullish at new 52-week highs, which is a beautiful thing, right? So the juniors are stronger than the seniors. Silver is stronger than gold, and the miners are stronger than the metals. It's bullish, bullish, bullish. Portfolio, Newmont. I always said it wants to be in the 60s. Bam, best close in 52 weeks. It's done. This will lead the way. I mean, this will help GDX also because this looks like it wants to just go past 61. Why is 61 resistance? Uh, okay, this little, yeah, that's nothing actually. That's in fact, that's actually it's too much of an intraday resistance to count on a daily chart. This zoomed out will go up to 64. Yeah. So Newmont is probably one of the most bullish charts out of the lot. That's just really nice. So any positive reaction in the metals, this just flies. So nice. So nice. First time it closed above 60. Extremely bullish. Barrett Gold, good. Right. One average day away from 52-week high close. I think 2150 would be good enough, but we could even go a bit more. We could muster up a bit of a higher close. Next resistance 22, apparently. Similar kind of thing as Newmont. You go back here, there was a bit of support and resistance. 2220, apparently. I did these checks ages ago. I just trust them. I don't need to redo them each time live. So Barrick's nice, just one day behind Newmont, let's say. Agnico Eagle, surprisingly not outperforming the other two. Normally this is the strongest one, but it's allowed to underperform by 1 or 2 days. Again, if we have a good day, it's probably just 1 or 2, maybe 3 days away from a new 52-week high. No problem. If this goes down, I mean, beautiful. First of all, this place is a buy no matter what, even if it's the beginning of a downtrend. I'm just buying this on general principle. Best miner in the world. 3, 4 years from now, we're above, I don't know, 300 or something. It's a no-brainer. So I don't care if it's a bit weak. It's outperformed and made new highs constantly, unlike Newmont and Barrick. So no problem. At least it reacts up on an up day. Still a bit disappointed, but it's allowed to do it. Put it that way. Next one, Pan America. Fine, in line with expectations. One nice day away from a new 52-week high, right? What's the best 52-week highs? It's still below 2950. This thing, one good reactive day. How much is that? 2.5%. Yeah, you can do 3%. Probably close about 2950 tomorrow if we have a nice reaction. And then it's straight to 3050 and boom, 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 new highs constantly. That looks really good. Is that resistance? That is that something there? That's interesting. One, two, maybe three, four, or whatever. We'll take it out in like 1 or 2 days. I'm gonna remove it, but I couldn't help but notice it. All right, next, Wheaton at the royalty ones. It's okay, it's green. I'd expect this to be a little higher. It's maybe one day away from where I'd expect it to be. But again, we have a nice day tomorrow. You close above 92. Next day, you're guaranteeing a test at the 52-week high, and then you're going to $100. Wheaton is always good. It's like a Kaneko. It's like the Kaneko of royalties. This is a long-term hold, no questions asked. So it's fine. Franco Nevada. Also good. Look at that tight descending and the ascending. Uh, what if we retest? We're probably going to flush. It's probably best to put this here at this point, but fine. I mean, we have a good day tomorrow. We're going to break out of this and then up. We start testing 170, and then we could probably need another 2, 3 days to make new highs. But if gold makes new highs, Franco Nevada will follow. That's a simple formula. Don't overthink it. Some of them have come down a bit more, like Nico and Franco Nevada, but they will go up if they are forced to. Metalla has looked pretty good recently. Ever since this sort of slight outperformance, it's been crap for ages. But honestly, this surprised me, went higher than I thought. This I thought it'd go lower, and it didn't. That surprised me again, but sort of positively. Then we have this move. Now we're sort of one day away from new highs. If we have a good reaction tomorrow, I think we go straight to 408, 407, 408 up here. I don't know how much a percentage move that is, but Metallic is capable of a 5% move on a good day. And then honestly, you zoom out, the chart looks absolutely wonderful. And once you start trading above 410, like it should hit all those scanners, and that's clearly trading in an area it hasn't traded in ages, and it's obviously backed by a bullish fundamental story and etc etc. The rest should take it to like five and wow, six. I never thought I'd see the day, but I've still got light cells at every level, extremely light, but I can imagine this one picking up speed and being one of the best performers. So not in a hurry to sell, but very light cells on the way up. Aris mining, I've just been trying to buy this one on every pullback, but the pullback's never enough. And there you go. I'm left at like multiple stations, and this is just tomorrow. You can see it. Look at that. Look how strong that is. Higher lows, higher highs. So steep, so strong. I think it's a good company. The very little I know about it. Tomorrow we're closing above 7 if it's a good day, and then it's just to no man's land, right? I got to slow down when I zoom out because it's just to show you how ridiculous this chart is. Where's the resistance here? I can't call it. Basically $10. We don't go there straight away, but it's kind of maybe base it on a GDX or gold chart instead of Aris mining because the past data is untradeable in a good way. So this could squeeze. I love this. I'm just so pissed that I wasn't able to put more in it, but that's not the worst case scenario. It's not the same as losing money. Iron gold looks okay. It's quite away from its 52-week highs, but for me, I'm treating this as the 52-week high zone. One strong up there, and it's capable of doing that, having one nice candle, and then straight away 780. You close above 780, honestly, the next day you're at the real 52-week high. So this could quickly run to new highs, but you probably need gold to move up. But I can see that happening, because of the miners, because of silver, because gold's chart itself looks good, because the dollar going down. So iron gold, I think, can quickly get back up there with the right catalyst. Equinox. Now, I bought this one maybe once, twice, thrice. Down here, I bought the last one. I think it's going to go up from here. Like I said, I think the whole sector goes up anyway. I would have thought that it would have made a bigger move already. Um, this candle was good. Yesterday's candle was not great. It was like, broke out the descending, but then retested and closed quite low. But anyway, today's candle's good. Tomorrow, let's just, let's close above 6. Yeah, make a little deal. Everything goes up. You at least close above 6, then you can start to have some catch up. And I think this pre-gap fill will be quite a zone. So here there's levels on the way up. I'm not in a hurry to sell. I'm really taking a bit of a longer term approach here. We're just in a real long-term bull market. I'll do nibbles, but even though I think this is strong resistance and you're not allowed to just go straight back up after quite a steep decline, I know that in 1 year from now this is going to be above 10, so don't want to overtrade it or oversell the levels, but I'll probably do a little trim there. But otherwise, I'm not selling before 670. I'll do a little trim, juk 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 maybe. This one, no, just the gap fill, be something like that, like pre and post gap fill, juk juk, little small sells, and then obviously the next sell will be the 739. But Equinox, I'll take my time. Long term, absolutely wonderful, no problem. B2 Gold, another one that's maybe 1.5 days away from a new 52-week high. I need to close above 380. That would make it a new 52-week high. That's also a nice level. All right, what happened before? Yeah, because of that, clear. So once you close above 380, you go straight past four. So B2 gold looks good. One very good day, or maybe two small good days, and you're at new 50-week highs. SBSW, well, platinum, palladium, and all that really helps this one. This has made such a move since the low threes. Look at that, almost eight, just more than 100% in a few weeks. It's really nice. And it's why I own it because I knew that this would go up when the commodities, the multi-metal commodities starts to run. And now we've had platinum, palladium, there you go. And it's nice because I don't own platinum or palladium, but I own this and this really like it's a leverage play on those and it works. It really does go up when platinum, palladium go up. Sometimes you have gold down or platinum, palladium up, so it goes down a little less. Like yesterday was a bit of a strange day. Look, it was red candle, but it was actually green because it's actually an up day, but it gave back a lot. But today we had all the metals up, I think, but platinum palladium very much. Look at that, new high, new 50-week high. I think my next sell is like 777 or something. It's this candle here, but also you can see the support from there, just below 780. And then after that, just bam from 8 to 10. So this one is just huge mover. It was worth very little here. Now it's worth like double, obviously, more than double. And if it gets there, it's going to be worth like as much as the seniors over here. Because my nibbles out of this one is very, very weak stuff. And I'm so happy that's been the case so far on this journey. By the time it's there, there's only one or two nibbles anyway, and they're light. It's going to be worth like as much as, the new monster Pan Americans. So by then I'll probably, have to sell a bit more because it's worth too much. So absolutely love that stock. Sibanya Stillwater. Right, silver stocks. This is one of the strongest ones. First Majestic, really good. Didn't gap fill. I like that. All gaps don't get filled, by the way. Now this is just flagging at the highs. Any good day tomorrow, and we are running to nine. First Majestic running to nine, not in one go, but you'll be surprised how much percentage move. You know what? It could even happen tomorrow. A little 6% move is not asking that much if you have a very good day. It definitely, definitely is going to close above 860 on a good day for the metals, and it's going to do more than that. And you know what? You could end up pretty close to nine. And what happens after nine? 10, even though you have resistance around 970. So it won't get to 10 on that day that it starts to march towards 10. But hey, there you go, double figures. And what happens after 10? 14. And I remember owning this thing at 14. I remember seeing 14 First Majestic. And look at that, we were at 7 like a few days ago. And now I'm talking 14. And you know what? It could happen also in a few days. This shit can go wild quickly, especially if silver starts to break out of 38 and run with a 40 handle. You're going to need a 4 in your little price too. So these are cult stocks that move. Trust me. I've been in them for a while, and that's what First Majestic does. And I think recently their company looks good. They've made good revenue, right? Their last earnings were surprisingly good, right? I don't really follow it that much, but I heard it in the podcast. It makes sense. The price action shows that, and this kind of looks great. So I know First Majestic will run if silver does. I just know it. Can't say the same thing for some of the others. Fortuna, which came down a lot today, was not that great. Like it was a red day. It was a red day after yesterday's sort of decent pop out of this descending, but I'd expected a green day. I would have expected sort of 680 close. But anyway, it did a retest. Look at that. Retested descending and then bounced quite decently off its lows. So you can give it that. Maybe it's done that. And now we can finally go back up. Good percentage move to go back up, but it's not as strong as First Majestic. And I prefer stocks that are definitely going to go up than those that have come down a lot. So you think they're going to go up more than the other strong ones because they've come down so much. The percentage move, for Fortuna just to get back up there is 14%, but it's not in a strong momentum at the moment. So First Majestic could probably do 14% before Fortuna. I don't know, but whatever, they're sisters. For me, I only own 6 or 7 silver stocks, and they're all kind of the same when I really think about it. No difference. You could have Fortuna having a good day, First Majestic not as much. Next is CDE, which has been exceptional for a long time, especially recently and before that. And this one a bit like Fortuna, the price chart, right? Descending today, not the greatest day, kind of sideways, but it's also working its way out of this descending. I think tomorrow we have a good day. up we go, close above 920, and then one day later, you're basically testing high nines to then breach 10. So CD, no problems, sideways up overall. Heckler, another one that came down a lot, but it started to bounce before the others. I like this. I like this. It sort of flushed out the weak hands. Don't know if I can trust that post-market print there, but today was green technically. We just need that little close above 620. Just start to make your way back up, and this thing could squeeze because it has not moved up that much compared to a lot of the other ones. But it should really be like double digits, man, like double digits. If silver's at 40, I'm sorry, you don't belong there. Like you're gonna make a lot of money, and I think we're gonna start seeing miners make more and more money, like consistently, and that deserves a re-rating. So no problem holding Heckler until it gets there. EXK. That one yesterday had a very good day. I remember that. Again today, green day. That one tomorrow, obviously we're closing at new 52-week highs if it's a good day. Oh no, actually not 52-week highs. We'll probably test 52-week highs tomorrow if there's a squeeze. The kind of stock that can do 5-6% when the others do one. It happened the other day. So a little pop, let's test 560. And after that is a bit of a squeezy time. Like, yeah, 6, retest 560, and then rush to 7, play around with the gap fill, then boom, boom. Big, big potential in EXK. It's always made big moves like it did here also. It's ready to do another one, so love it. Mag Silver, another strong one, bit like First Majestic. Never filled its gap down here. Popped up here, never filled the gap. Flagging, consolidating, waiting for another breach. Tomorrow's a good excuse. Close above 22 when we run. And anyway, I think Pan American Silver is going to merge with it, so it'll probably happen around 24. This one definitely will keep going up. So the silver stocks look good. Overall, some better than others, but it's up. Gold stocks look good. So the miners are better than the metals, silver's better than gold, junior's better than silver, dollar looks crap. Doesn't really matter what happens, but I think everything's very well aligned. So my portfolio is pretty much at all-time highs, give or take a couple $100. Tomorrow we go up. I'm at new all-time highs, sort of matching, outperforming the ETFs. Everything's beautiful. All right. Good luck. Enjoy.